Hey everybody, Theta here, back another Stoneface Reactions, doing another episode, or the last episode, I guess, of Gunbuster. Just a little bit more under the weather than normal today, but I figured I had to keep the momentum going, so I'm here doing it again. So just forgive me if I'm just a little bit more off than I usually seem to be. But last time was an amazing episode. It was all the parts that I love of Gurren Lagann, except I think the show was more serious. I guess I don't know how to phrase it. The show is a lot more serious than I thought it was going to be, and it carried that seriousness. It carried that seriousness along with its over the top inspirations for the future, right? You can see where everything uh that we're going to watch later comes from down the way. I'm sorry, even my brain isn't keeping up today. Um, I didn't have a lot of notes to keep down. In fact, I had no notes because everything I thought I said during the watch. So I don't really have a lot more going forwards. They didn't have a next time on, so I didn't have anything to think of there. I guess the only thing that comes to mind is that how half the episode was about or I say actually a third. I think I can break this down into thirds. A third of the episode was about how weird it is that time dilation has caused us to be out of place in the society that we're now protecting. And that leads into the second part, which is all about the love between Kimika and Coach. And you know, she is what biologically 17, but to the calendar, she's like 27, and the coach is this older guy. But at the same time, he's also been traveling around at relativistic speeds, so who the hell knows his chronological age versus his biological age. And you know what? These people are doing suicide missions, so who the fuck cares, right? Let them live their life. But then we killed what? A threat to Earth that spanned 80 AU, and I think technically that doesn't even cover the distance between us and the next solar system, but at the same time, I do believe that is also really big. I believe they covered it. The what you wouldn't understand is the scale of it, right? The scale of it's so massive, but they say, yeah, only 20% of what we can see in the night sky now is the actual space. Everything else is the fucking enemy. And it's like, yeah, that is something you can understand. That is 300 levels our arrows will blot out the sun, except space, and like 1,000 times that, right? So, yeah, that's what we're going into, but we beat them. So I don't know where we're going from here. We sacrificed the ship that we've spent the entire show on in a last gasp maneuver. There was the science episode though, where we saw that the mothership, like everything else, is minuscule to this. I mean, I don't know. I don't know because you'd think if we were able to, if the mothership was that big, we'd be able to see it from anywhere, right? Maybe not on the surface of Earth, right? That whole effect that there is a blanket layer of just material in space that stops us from seeing forever. Because otherwise, then the whole night sky would just be bright white light from all the stars hitting us from the infinite of space. So I guess maybe that's it. I have always thought this when it comes to Gurren Lagann. As big as it gets at the end of the show, it would be imperceptible to the people on Earth when they're watching the final fight happen above them because what it's like half the size of the universe. Um, to them, it would just be the night sky. Like its leg would be the observable universe. You wouldn't notice anything was happening. That's how big it gets, and that's how conceptually terrifying the size of these things that they're fighting in the show gets to be at the end. Anyway, I feel like I'm just babbling on. Let's get into the show, and hopefully, I'm I can keep up with what's happening. 15 years. So what? They're 42 now. Okinawa was where their school was. All right, yeah.
行ってきます。あなた、いえ、コーチ。
I mean, he didn't have much longer
柏
anyway.
原校長。
The principal looks younger than he did at their graduation.
あなたとは同級生なのに、今は私の方が10歳も年上のおばさん
Oh,
だなん
right.
て。
It's the bitch from the first episode.
また宇宙へ行かれるのですか？
ええ。
まさかあなたほどの人が志願なさるなんて。太陽系絶対防衛戦の英雄ですのに。
あの時戦えたのはノリコのおかげですのよ。柏原さん。本当に地球を守ったのは
I thought you were
あの
Norika.
子だわ。
You've aged into looking like Norika would.
コーチ、本当に今日行っちゃうんですか？ええ、残念だけどしばらく戻っては来られないわ。そんな、コーチ。これみんなで降りました。一緒に宇宙へ持って行ってください。
Doesn't that just like symbolize that you think she's gonna
大
die?
切にするわね。コーチ、これお母さんからノリコおばさんにって。
Oh, your glasses girl's daughter.
コーチ、私たちコーチがお帰りになるのを何年
Shouldn't you
経っ
be
てもずっ
older?
と待ってます。だから必ず帰ってきてください。
私もお待ちしておりますわ。
ありがとう。
God, I know exactly where this is mimicking, where Gurren Lagann's mimicking now. Miss Kimiko, as it were.
お待ちしておりました。どうぞこちらへ。
このロープウェイは軌道上の第三宇宙ステーションメリディアンスターまで直通で参ります。
Seems like
途中気圧の関係上
a horrible way to do a space elevator.
ご注意ください。
あの辺りはまだ普及されていないんですのね。
ブラックホール爆弾の建造に全力を傾けてますから、そんな余力はありませんよ。
So they've been attacked since then?
15年も経ちますのに。
雷王星軌道で60秒も超重力崩壊を起こしたのですから、惑星3つと地軸の歪み程度で済んだのもむしろ幸運と言えます。
Oh, the shockwave that they were talking about.
今回は宇宙怪獣の巣ごと銀河系の中心をすべて飲み込む計画です。果たして人類にそんな権利があるのでしょうか。銀河系そのものを破壊するのですよ。
そうしなければ
What
人類
the
は
fuck?
滅びますわ。
それが運命ならば黙って受け止めてもよろしいのではないでしょうか。私はこのまま
Destroy the
何もしない方がいい
galaxy to save yourselves?
それは自殺行為ですわ。自殺が果たして幸せと言えるのでしょうか。
わかりません。
私にも本当はわかりません。しかしそれは後の歴史が判断してくれるはずですわ。今私たちがすることは生き延びるための努力です。
Oh, Jesus. So fucking big. I guess it'd have to be, right?
あれに乗っていくのね。ノリコたちがいる宇宙へ。
But wouldn't the shockwave of that destroy the Earth if the even smaller one didn't? Yeah, of course it got finished in 15 years. Like she's just been traveling at like high speed this whole time because she's remained young.
お呼びですか？
うん。地球脱出を諦め宇宙怪獣に対し反抗をかけるこのカルネアデス計画もあとはいよいよ本体の到着を待つばかりとなった。これも君たち2人のガンバスターのおかげだ。その本体もあと12時間後には合流する。
もうできたんですか？
そうだ。タイムスケジュールは1000分の1%しか遅れている。
So they've been traveling at high speed to keep their best pilots at their best. Is that the plan?
人は乗ってるんですか？
うん。出航時の計画では友人のはずだ。
誰が乗ってくるんでしょうね。
ロシュキャンセラー起動。問題なし。宿体路内圧力上昇。エーテル波動値プラス3
Your uniform lady.
波空間ソナー作動良好。
重力半径突破まであと5
I
秒。
don't know why they decided to try to do that other than Gynax, I guess.
開始。
ワープ開始。
波空間突入異常なし。空間曲線反転問題なし。宿体レーダー探索開始。
航路正常。
重力およびエーテル波すべて正常値成功です。
ここまではな。我々は人事を尽くしました。あとは天命を待ちましょう。そうだな。もう我々に残されたのは神に祈る。
I feel like what Gurren Lagann did was took all of this and spread it out with characters that you grew to know for longer periods of time, so you became more attached.
方向に重力し。規模はマグニチュード 7.7。
何者かがワープアウトしてきます。
God, you know, this gravitational bomb is basically one of the Counter Spiral's bombs or missiles that they fire at the Gurren Lagann.
これがブラックホール爆弾。これがバスターマシン3号なのか。人類の科学は技術はこんな巨大なものを作ることができるというのか。
It's dwarfing the fucking planet.
宇宙が白いわ。やっと会えるんだわ。
ようこそエルトリウムへ。
よかった。もう会えないのかと思っていたのに。
You've outaged everybody that you know. Or they've outaged you? Oh, they did get a wedding. So he survived longer than that. Okay.
あ、そっか。のりこにはまだ半年前のことだったわね。ダメね。年を取ると辛気臭くなって。そんないえ、太田中さ。いいのよ、今まで通りで。その方が嬉しいわ。そうだ、高見さんから預かり物があるのよ。え？キミコからだわ。のりこ、お元気？
Oh man, she must be like a grandma by now.
今でも懐かしく思い出します。あの頃はまだ3つだった娘の高見も。
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I saw their daughter was there already.
間に会えるのは無理かもしれないけど、せめてあの子が生きているうちにはお帰りください。待っています。どうかお体だけは大切に。ではお元気で。高谷のりこ様へ、あなたの親友赤井公子より追伸娘の写真を同封します。
のりこおばちゃん、早く帰ってきてね。のりこおばちゃん、早く帰ってきてね。
All your childhood friends are dying of old age.
キミコ。のりこおばちゃん、早く帰ってきてね。
あと90分後にカルネアデス計画は最終段階に入る。マスターマシン3号の核になっている木星が第二次宿体を始め、爆縮を開始するまでの56分32秒。
Was that thing even built from
何
Jupiter?
としても死守してもらいたい。そして第3次宿体開始と同時に 前回一斉に超長距離ワープにて戦線を離脱、オリオン Y へ脱出する。それで本作戦は終了となる。最後に人類の存亡はまさに
The
この一戦
fucking
にかかってい
psychic
る。
dolphins.
必ず勝ってくれ。以上。
全艦戦闘配置。
全艦戦闘配置。
全訪問開け。
シズラー銀、シズラーブラック、シズラーホワイト、直ちに発艦態勢に入れ。
太田さん。はい。あなたはいつも私が欲しいものを手に入れるのね。はい。
Oh, they're still fucking doing this shit.
コーチもバスターマシンもあなたのものよ。ユック、まだ言いたいことは山ほどあるけど明日にするわ。じゃあね。
タイムスケジュールセットオン。
爆縮開始まであと56分10秒。
第1番7先行艦アキションより入電。
You can't get to old school anime without getting slapped, I guess.
約60億。全点を追いつつ高速度約 12% で進行中。接触まであと68分20秒。
来たか、奴らめ。来るなら来い。追い詰められた人類が何をするか見せてやるわ。
爆縮開始まで
Yeah,
あと
fucking
55
destroy the galaxy.
パパの船から始まったこの戦争ももうすぐ終わる
I'm
わ。
half surprised. I thought he would come back at some point during the show.
高見ちゃん、
I guess he really just did die way back then.
2号艦には私が乗るわ。
お姉様。
ユンガが譲ってくれたの。これで最後になるからって。
各部隊発艦終了。
全艦迎撃準備よし。
敵の様子は。
数は約80億に増えました。全点を追っています。接触まであと43分。
副長、君は神を信じるかね。
いえ、
God, might as well just be one of these
わしは
monsters.
信じるよ。見たまえ、高距離が近ければ奴らもワープしてくることはできまい。12分の差で我々の勝ちだ。
それは奇跡とかいうものです。
奇跡か。神が今の我々のために作ってくれた言葉だよ。
班長。エリア 573D に重力進。敵集団がワープアウトしてきます。
そんなバカな。
For as much as they say that in the show, you think that the monsters would be the main characters. They're the ones doing the impossible.
奴らはこんな短距離をワープできるのか。
艦長、奴らは直接ブラックホール爆弾に体当たりするようです。
何？特攻か？
Been their main
奴らめ
tactic.
ブラックホール爆弾に気づいたな。食い止めろ！奴らの侵入をこれ以上許しちゃいかん。
At this point, it reminds me a lot more of Ender's Game.
ダメです。スーパーエクセリオン級では歯が立ちません。
なんてこった。
I mean, it's literally the end of Ender's Game.
バリア最大。
敵第1波バリアーに接触。
追ってくれよ。
まさか自爆するなんて。敵の数が多すぎるわ。のりこ、分離しましょう。了解。
続いて第2波、第3波来ます。
Oh, I would have thought you would have been more powerful together.
バリア崩壊、損害不明。
第6、第7、第8艦隊全滅。反物質飛来源突破されました。
爆縮まであと22分。
どんな犠牲を払っても構わん。本体を死守しろ。あと22分だ。
Yeah, it's time to start ramming ships. Sacrifice every life you've got to get that bomb. to imagine this is most of them, right? I mean the monsters. I remember how many total ships there were. Also, this explains the thing from last episode, the science thing, that I couldn't figure out where the fuck the third one was, because they didn't introduce it yet.
本艦と2562隻です。
そうか、検討したな。
第3次宿隊まであと60秒。
全スレイブ作動開始。シュバルツルト半径到達まであと40の予定。
No offense to you, Smith, but I don't think you would have survived this long anyway.
敵主力は沈黙を守っています。
あれだけの損害で稼働している。まさに
奇跡だわ。
みんなよくやってくれた。ありがとう。
爆縮開始まであと30秒。稼働20秒前。前線対電池対高波防御。稼働10秒前。8、7、6。
What's the last big surprise gonna be?
3、2、1。
どうした？
Stupidly, I did not think the bomb not going off was gonna be it.
バカな！
質量不足です。中心部で縮体連鎖を起こさない限り爆縮は始まりません。失敗です。
なんてこった。人類のすべてをかけた結果が。
I mean, we did see all the damaged pylons. They couldn't go injection.
天が我らを見放しただけでしょう。
奇跡は起きなかったな。
いいえ。奇跡は起きます。起こしてみせます。
高谷君、何をする？
バスターマシンにも大型縮体炉があります。それを使って起爆させれば。
いかん。人が乗っているものを点火線には使えん。無人船を送り込むまで待て。
その前に敵の主力部隊が来て破壊されてしまいます。
高谷君。
お姉様。
太田中佐、君まで。
いいえ、こうすれば宿体炉が2つになります。ノリコ、1つ残っていれば地球に帰れるわ。
お姉様。2人で帰りましょう。
Okay, I thought this was going to be a suicide pact sort of thing.
時間がないわ。変形して
It's
突っ込むわよ。
constantly arms crossed.
頼む。
あれが木星。
That's what I thought. They turned Jupiter into a bomb.
そうよ。3万分の1になってるわ。
各部隊収容終わりました。
敵の様子はどうか？
沈黙を守っています。ワープの兆しもありません。
どうやら次に来るときは120億を超えていますね。
直接とどめを刺すつもりか？
Surprisingly, they never attack Earth while y'all are on these offensive
表面
journeys.
温度1600度。外圧 15600 ppm。大丈夫。まだ持つわ。私も行くわ。ユング、ダメよ。帰って。シズラーブラックでは木星の圧力に耐えられないわ。
Oh, we know exactly who you are.
構わないわ。ユング。
間違えないでユング。私たちは死にに行くのではないのよ。
自殺じゃないわ。でも でもこんなところにいたら何十年何百年先かいつ帰れるかわからないのよ。もう同じ時は過ごせないのよ。
知ってるわ。
だったら
でもみんなは同じ時を過ごせるわ。高見ちゃんにはそんな思いをさせたくないの。これで最後にしたいのよ。
Oh, Henry gets a front seat to this.
生きていれば明日が来るわ。
お願い、キミコに伝えて。必ず帰るって。じゃあね、ユング。
さよならは言わないわ。行ってきます。行ってらっしゃい、のりこ、かずみ。帰ってきたらお帰りなさいって言ってあげるわ。
すまん。
中心部まであと2マル。これより更新不
Oh
能とな
man,
ります。
she almost did die the same way he did. Gravity weld.
お願い、耐えてガンバスター。
これでバスタービーム、バスターコレダー、すべて使えなくなったわ。静かね。この辺りで生きているのは私たち2人だけね。
ごめんなさい、お姉様まで。
いいのよ、のりこと一緒なら。
To be fair, she's the one who tried her damnedest to keep you out of it.
やるわ。お姉様の命、私に預けて。
Because of course you have to, don't you?
ごめんね、ガンバスタ
ー。電源オフ。1号機全力運転。宿題開始。
宿題開始。
重力宿題を確認。ガンバスターです。
あと0、2、臨界点突破。のりこ。
再始動確認。宿題連鎖確認。
第3次宿題開始しました。
I mean, you can't eject. Gravity will crush you.
全艦離脱。予定通り超長距離ワープに入る。
了解。全艦ワープ準備。
全艦ワープ準備。
のりこ、かずみ、本当に
I mean, they're not dead, but they're effectively dead to everyone here.
ごめん、キミコ、もう会えない。
ママ、どうしたの？え？なんでもないのよ。ちょっとね。のりこが呼んだような気がしたの。
Alright, we've basically destroyed the galaxy, so... Or are they just explaining the black hole at the center of the galaxy? Oh, fuck.
1万2000年後か。
地球よ、のりこ。
If anyone's still alive, would they even remember you?
沖縄がどこにあるのかわからなくなっちゃった。人間は明かりが見えないわ。
やっぱり人類は滅びてしまったのかしら。この辺りが沖縄だった。
お姉様。
帰ってきたんだわ、私たち。
So dumb and over the top, but it's so...
さようなら。
That's so good. I mean, I super love the implication there that they've always been looking at the night sky, waiting for them to come back. Sorry to get choked up like that. I can't just talk anymore. I'm hoping these are credits, and not like I'm missing some text explanation. And there's the ruins of the Gunbuster. Alright, getting my senses back to me now. I am going to be very surprised to figure out how they connect this to Diebuster then. Because if Diebuster is a continuation of this, we're now 14,000 years in the future. We never did see the mothership, did we? I would have expected that to be the major end fight. Ah, the music. I think the music is part of what's getting me. Of course, Coach died. Didn't get to see any of this. Guessing it's Fine. Yep, the end finished, whatever. So I just held out there for possibly a last minute thing. Thankfully, we know that's not the end because, well, there's Diebuster, so we have another 6 episodes at least of not exactly this to go through, but whatever they decided to come next. I'm not sure what the time difference is between when this came out and when Diebuster comes out, but maybe I'll do a little bit of research before I start watching the next thing. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm so subdued for this year, the final ending, but I think maybe that being subdued as much as I am helped because given that this was more of an emotional outro than it was the action. Because, yeah, I mean, they did get attacked and they lost a lot of people, and we saw the impacts on the outside of Gunbuster 3 kind of like asteroid impacts on the moon, but it was more about giving everything up. Like, our genius is just thousands of years dead by now. The captain and the crew. It wasn't a suicide mission, everyone's going to be gone sort of thing. Sorry. Let me just catch myself back up here. It wasn't a suicide mission, everyone's going to be gone sort of, or everyone's going to die sort of thing. It's a, we'll never see you again, you may as well be dead sort of thing. And I know I'm just explaining it back to you what I already said during the reaction, and clearly what just happened. It's just voicing it out loud. It's just helping me deal with it a little bit. Let's just get into the science bit before I just break down.
新トップを狙え科学講座。どうも高谷です。アマ
The
ンです。
true soul
さて
system.
新科学講座もいよいよ最終回。ラストテーマは私たちの住む太陽系についてです。
はい。太陽系の惑星はまず水、金、地、火、木、土、天、海、冥ですね。
高谷さん、今のは
20世紀末に流行った大好きなアニメのコスプレ
Oh,
で
I've
す。
already
途
heard
中から
about
あれでし
this.
たけど。
あれ。まあいいわ。そう、まずは9つね。でもその後の外宇宙探検や宿体レーダー観測によって太陽系は大きく様
But
変わりした。
technically, she screws
高
up.
谷さん。
はい。まずは1999年に発見された第10番惑星魔王星。これが地王星。次いで神奈月星。そしてこれが太陽系絶対防衛戦の作戦聖域となった第13
What
番
I
惑
was
星
confused about before.
大王星です。最後にこれが太陽の晩星ネメシス。約2分の1光年離れた軌道を回っています。
さすがは高谷さん。よく知ってるわね。
アニメ見てから興味持っちゃっていろいろ調べたんです。
偉いぞ高谷。好きこそものの上手なれ。何事も努力と根性だ。
はいコーチ。愛と正義ならぬ努力と根性の美少女戦士というわけですね。
美少女誰が。
いいです。もう。
He's not an otaku, we didn't know.
さようなら。元気でね。
Yeah, I knew Coach was going to show back up because Kimika is in the blue hair form and not her older form, which means that he's still alive. Also, the part I heard about before, she screws up because this takes place closer to our real time. So when she starts doing the real quick cosplays of each solar scout when she's naming the planets, and she doesn't know the back half planets, what those scouts look like, because this was made before those got released. So she doesn't know it, but she should know it because she's from the future. So it's a cute little necessary nod to continuity, I guess. But yeah, no, I like that they're naming the other planets that we wouldn't know. But of course, I wish they had mentioned Jupiter 2 before we went to Jupiter 2 and blew it the fuck up because I didn't know. It got thrown off. All I heard was Jupiter. That's a concern for previous episodes. No longer matters. Yeah, so yeah. I don't know. I'm obviously not going to do like a character breakdown for this or anything. All the characters were amazing. I guess in the end, even the bitch from episode 1, who then turns out to, like, be the coach and then the principal. But she's dead now, like everybody else. We've got 2 characters now left, 14,000 years plus in the future. I guess it's a good thing we spent a lot of time with Jung while we could. I don't know if it's better, her ending, because it looked like she thought everyone was going to die and she was going to die with them. Giving what's his name's death from Gurren Lagann. Except he's doing everyone's part in that one scene, and they're doing separate parts. But at least we know that she possibly went on and survived and lived out her entire life. We just don't see it. The effect is the same. And I'm sure y'all are gonna tell me all this other shit that I missed or didn't recognize the connections to whatever. And I'm not like disparaging that. Go ahead, let me know. I am ignorant. Educate me. I think though I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna wallow in it for a bit because that was so sad, so sad, happy, and all the other emotions in between. I will catch you next time for Gunbuster, and when we get there, maybe I'll have more to say. I probably will. We'll see. Thank you for joining me on the first series, Gunbuster. Thank you again, Phil Fisher. This has been another one of Phil Fisher's recommendations that once again I was not able to get Griffin in here with due to time constraints. And I'm also recording this in that 2 week period of when we were down and weren't able to record stuff together. So, yeah, thanks for joining me. I hope you loved this show as much as I have. And if you're just watching it because I'm here watching it, I hope you enjoyed watching it for the first time too. So, yeah, thanks for joining me. This has been Theta, no Stone Face Reactions, watching Gunbuster, the finale. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?